Good evening. It is the Friday edition of the 98 Thrill and H Children's Auction. Molly King at the CrewCon Cruise Outlet Anchor Desk, joined by the other
Jack Harding.
And Jack Harding, who are your parents?
RJ and Bridget Harding.
Very hardworking crew from the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion at Meadowbrook. Now, we've got a very special presentation we're about to embark on. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to be thoroughly worth it. When you hear the story, you see the great group of people that have engulfed the set. So I'm going to send it over to Ed Darling and Mayor Michael Seymour.
Yes, thank you very much, Molly. We have here, in large part, the folks that are responsible for the auction house, the children's house, that was tackled this year and came to fruition. And we get three people here that are going to tell us parts of the story. And Bob, with your beautiful granddaughter.
Thanks, Ed. Last year at this time, Julie announced and I announced that the Home Builders Association here in the Lakes region would build a house for the auction. Needless to say, it has come to fruition, and including selling of the house. A huge... Two years ago, Mike Haywood said to me on the phone one day, "Hey, geez, maybe we should build these guys a house." Isn't it right? And the phone kind of went dead, and I said, "When do we start?" Well, guess what? Julie kind of looked at him, I think. I wasn't there, but she probably went nuts. My wife told me I was nuts. I think a lot of people did. But as you can see, and we have a picture over there of the house. Jared, could you bring me that picture over?
We'll get that over.
Got to show a picture of the house to everybody. This was designed by our designers.
I want to make a quick comment before you get into the design, because I remember, and I mentioned it at the open house as well, so it's going to be repetitive for some of you, but I remember when Julie and Bob first mentioned this, and this was a year ago at the children's auction, and it was one of those things that was so surreal. You know, they mentioned it, and it sounded, you know, it was one of those things that, yeah, that's a great idea, that sounds great, and kind of forgot about it, thinking they're out of their mind, you know, that they're going to be able to do this. And, you know, a little more time went by, and they were still talking about it. And I was still thinking, oh, you know, they're so cute at this age. They think they're going to actually pull this off.
I'm glad to think it's...
yeah, and...
I'm glad to still think I think I'm under 20.
I did. And, you know, fast forward to where we are today, or even this summer when the foundation in the ground was being broken, I realized these people weren't crazy. And we'll get to more of the details, but if you want to go into exactly what was done, and
sure,
we'll go from there.
In part of the planning, after Mike, Julie, and I went nuts, we presented it to our board, which the board, I guess they approved it. And it didn't take much persuading at all. Once we told them what it was for, what our rough plans were, there was no hesitation at all. And people just started getting on board. In early spring, we had a meeting at Patrick's Pub. Thank you, Patrick's Pub, for that night. We had about 60 people come to the first meeting. Various people signed up for different projects that we would need done for the house. And I would say, of those 60 that showed up, we ended up having about 100 companies and probably close to 200 people work on this house. It included local contractors. It included a friend of mine that came from Massachusetts and painted for 2 weekends. It included a local group, My Turn, which is a teenage group that came over 2 weekends in a row and worked for us. And they did some of the dirty jobs. We had meetings every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Myself, Mike, and Randy. Every Tuesday night, we had a cleanup night. And people from the auction committee came over a couple of times and spent some time with us. With Sadie Marshall, she came over and thinks she's a stainer. Is she? Are you a stainer?
Not a very good one.
No. Your work was checked. But that's the group of type of people we had. I had one woman walk up to me on a Sunday afternoon. I didn't know her from Adam. And she said, "Can I clean the house for you?" And I think her name was Alyssa. And she came back for 2 days with her own equipment and cleaned the house. Just something we didn't expect. So as you can see, it became a community event as much as it became a home builders event. And I can't say enough about what happened planning into this. And to get a little more technical about the house itself, I'm going to move on to Julie and let her talk a little bit about that part.
For those that don't know me, I'm Julie Hayward from Hayward & Company. My husband and I, Mike in the back, the big tall guy. Well, one of the big tall guys in the back. There he is. We were the lead GC. We volunteered to GC the project. We're a local custom builder in Bristol, and we build all around the Lakes region. But I've been very involved with the Lakes Region Home Builders and Remodelers Association, and people would say, well, who is that? Who is that organization? Who are these people? Well, a lot of them are standing behind me, and they're a group of people that care about the industry. We're the Lakes Region chapter. There's a New Hampshire Home Builders Association, and then the upper echelon would be the National Home Builders Association. So we're a three-tiered group, us being the local chapter. And this group, which is behind me, and then you can see all their names on the signs here at auction headquarters. These are the people that truly care about their jobs, what they do, and their customers. They put a lot into their businesses, and they keep on top of the industry. So you know when you hire one of these people that they're a high quality contractor or an associate. We have a lot of associate members, people like Bob, people like Ray, that produce and sell products that builders need for the homeowner. And that's what it's all about, is a good product for the homeowner. That is what our group is. And there's a lot of us here in the Lakes region. So if you're thinking of a project, you know, you should think of this group first, because we care about the local community. That's why we decided to build over a 3,000 square foot house in Laconia to turn over the proceeds to the charity. And, you know, my kids who are standing in front of me know what it's like to give back. And that's what these people did. They stopped their own jobs, and we want to thank their clients. Some of their clients had to wait, you know, because they were working on this charity. So we want to thank all of our clients, really, customers that said, you know what, we'll wait because you guys are doing something really awesome. And our spouses, who probably wanted to kill us half the time, but yeah, the summer that wasn't. That's right. So that's who this group is, and the house really turned out amazing. As you see from the photos, people that are watching on TV can see a lot of the photos and a lot of the people that worked on this house, especially on MetroCast 25. And that's, you know, it was the people behind the house that was really great. And the house was shown during the Lakes Region Parade of Homes, which is a home tour that goes on every October. And the house was just awesome and fully staged and so forth. And that was our goal, was to show it during that weekend. So everyone that worked on it could show their product, show the workmanship, and that's how we got to the point of selling it. Took 10 days to sell the house. And our homeowners are actually here tonight. It's Ed and Kathy DeTola. You want to come on up? And their wonderful family. So now these kids know that they're living in a house that was built to benefit kids. That's why we're here. That's the only reason why every person standing behind me did what they did. Worked with each other, worked with competitors. They worked with some of their competitors and didn't care because they knew what it was for. That's why we're here. The DeTolas, great, wonderful family. We just met them. We passed papers on the house, but a week ago, today, actually. But they're a local business in Meredith, DeTola Dentistry, I believe. So it's a great, ending to a great project. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ray. Oh.
That's all right. You're good. Yes, I
want it back.
No.
The fight for the mic.
Right, the fight for
Hi, my name is Ray Bolig. I'm the incoming president for the Home Builders Association here in the Lakes region. It's a great privilege to be here this evening. First of all, I want to thank everybody for attending, everybody who's participated in the auction. This is a tremendous event. I got drawn into this about a year ago. I wasn't really sure exactly what I was getting into, but it turned out to be a terrific event. I guess the first thing I want to do is, there's a couple people who really spearheaded the entirety of the project. It's, of course, Julie Hayward and her husband, Mike, Bob Glassett, and Patty, where are you? Wave your hand in the air.
Oh, yeah.
She's so, and, without them driving this thing every day, and there's a bunch of other people who are also very pivotal, and I'm not trying to shortchange anybody, but without these three key groups of people, it wouldn't have happened. So give it to them. So my company is Hampshire Hardwoods. We're a division of Ponders Hollow, and we do custom flooring and trim and things of that sort. And what really amazed me coming into this project was the fact that we had people who compete against each other day in, day out for small jobs, middle jobs, big jobs. And they all came together and worked side by side, with just an unbridled effort. It was amazing. So you guys are amazing. It was great to work with you. Thank you. So, I've recognized those few, but there's a lot of people here. A lot of people. Keeps on pushing my arm up.
I know, sorry.
It's like, you want to hold that for me?
I
Just
can,
hold my
sure.
elbow, thanks. I'm going to read off everybody who actually did contribute, because I want to make sure that as local suppliers, local players, local builders, associates, everything, that everybody gets their due credit for the effort that's put in. The signage is over there on the wall over there, if you want to look at it. I think my list might have a couple more players that are not involved or actually listed on there. But we really want to make sure that we give everybody due attribution for their efforts. And I know that I'm going to miss a couple people because, like I think Bob said, the cleaning company just showed up and said, can we help out? And I'm not sure that I have their name on this, but thank you. So this will take a moment, but thank you. It's 123 Lock and Key. Advanced Land Surveying. And by the way, I put this into like 40 types so I could read it without my glasses. Allen Mann Construction, All Into Details Interior Design, Ambrose Brothers, AM HVAC, Barron's Major Brands, Bartlett Wood Flooring, Belknap Landscape Company, Belknap Wood Building and Remodeling, Bentley Quality Painting, Bristol Floor Covering, Chris Burke Stone Masonry, Cicero Cast Lador Vidor Charitable Foundation, Covenant Fire Protection, Customs Brothers Woodworking, Decorative Interiors, Del R. Gilbert Block, Dumpster Depot. Only have 3 more pages. Eased Edges, Eastern Propane, FW Webb, Franklin Saving Bank, Guilford Well Company, Green and Green Design Incorporated, Hampshire Hardwoods, Harris Family Furniture, who was gracious enough to furnish the house during the Parade of Homes. Thank you very much. Have Squeegee Will Travel.
Cleaned every window in that house.
Hayward and Company, J.F. Kimball Excavation, J.P. Willett Carpentry, Jeff Wyatt Drywall, J.G.'s New Age Interiors, Jordan Associates Landscape Architects, K.A. Clayson Fine Woodworking, Kimball Excavation, L&R Cleaning, Lacewood Group, Lamprey Septic Service, Layton Diversified, Liquid Lawn Hydroseeding. Everybody needs grass for the lawn. Okay, we're not talking, not medicinal. Mass Construction, McGowan Fine Art, Melcher and Prescott Insurance, Middleton Building Supply, Morin Electric, National Lumber, NH Electric Co-op, Nick Bryan Contractor, Northland Forest Products, Nutter Enterprises, Old Time Craftsman, Osborne Zagway, Overhead Door Options, Patrick Wood Law Office, Patrick's Pub and Eatery, where we kicked this all off, thank you very much, Pella Windows and Doors, Penco Plumbing and Heating, Pearson's Concrete, Phelps Excavation, Pike Industries, Ponders Hollow Flooring and Millwork, Portland Glass.
We're up to the B's.
One and a half to go. Quality Insulation, Quartz and Stone Creations, Randall Shuey, Remax Bayside, Renee Bolig, my brother, Renee Claire Creative. Did I say that correct? Renee or Renee? Renee. Renee, I'm sorry. Rockingham Electric, Sandra Curtis Design, Scott Compton Builders, Seacoast Floor Supply, Second Wind Water Systems, Sherkanowski Drywall, Simpson Trucking, Southern New Hampshire Concrete, Steeplechase Custom Homes, The Home Beautiful, The Home Depot, Thurston & Sons Painting, Tradesman Builders, Twin Oaks Construction, Uncle Hildy's Lumber Outlet, Volvo Rents. Getting a little dry here. Bristol Flooring. Yeah. Oh. Okay. And Bob Christie, Flooring Finishing.
Yes.
W.F. Richards Excavation, Winnie Construction, WLNH Mini Media, of course, and Walcott Construction. And so you can see, I mean, when we say that there were literally hundreds of people, we talked about a company here, but any one of these companies could have had 5, 6, 7, 10 people showing up. An amazing effort. And I want to thank everybody. Great effort, great outcome.
Ray, at the open house, you had a Hebrew phrase which you shared.
Yeah.
Generation.
Lador Vador. It means literally generation to generation.
Yeah, I thought that was so appropriate because it fits the auction and it fits exactly what this project is, and who knows how many generations of the new family will live in it. What do you think of your new home?
Oh, we love it. It's a beautiful house.
Excellent. Any remodeling you're going to do?
Nope.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. We've been kind of teasing you, but you said you had an answer. What are you going to build for us next year?
Oh, let me have the mic.
Oh, listen to the groans. Listen to the groans, Bob Glassett.
You guys ready? Everybody ready? Now, what they have to do if they want to get into this project, they have to put their hands up. Anybody in the audience can, too. Actually, we are going to build a Bob house this February. With no, it's not Bob's house. With the Hewitt Center, which we have done now for 3 years, and Larry Greeley from Tradesman Builders leads the charge on that one. Larry, raise your hand up there. He's hiding in the back because he thinks he's tall. But as far as that, Ed, that's where it goes right now. No, you can't have that.
Excellent answer. Mike, did you have anything more before we get to the dramatic moment?
I don't know if I want to start. So all I'll say is that on behalf of the auction board with Ed and all of us that sit on the board when this project was going on, when we made visits out there, for all of you to truly understand, obviously address the fact that competitors were working shoulder to shoulder. And the one thing you have to remember is that this is during, obviously, been a very challenging economic time for the past few years. And here... Here you have builders and tradesmen and designers and all of these individuals coming to the table for this cause, putting their own work aside, their own livelihood aside, as Julie said, to make this happen for the L&H Children's Auction is humbling, and personally, it is incredible to see. And I am deeply appreciative, as is the board. So thank you so much for everything you've all done.
Okay, so we have arrived at the magic moment.
No, not quite, Ed. Not quite. No. Just a couple more thank yous first. No, Julie and Mike need a kudos because it would not have gotten done without them. Yeah. Really. That was my intention. No. Also, some nice assistance from Mike. I've needed a consultant a couple of times, and Mike's been a big help, along with Chris Kelly. Chris Kelly was a big help getting us going on this, too. A couple others. Randy, were you hiding in the back? Okay, Randy's with Middleton Lumber, best salesman you could have. Very good job. He was very key in the house. And then we can't leave off the lead designer, Patty Phelps. One other key contributor. You're trying to take this away from me? In a second. Oh, okay. One other key contributor, L&H has been a big help, and our new ambassador, Faith Francis. Huh? That's right, too. You are a good painter. I want to share one story with you that I thought was kind of pertinent to how people worked in this house. My wife, Linda, and I went by the house one Sunday night, and this was in the middle of the summer. It was probably around 7 o'clock, so it's getting dusk. And there's Cliff Mask up on the roof by himself putting shingles on a Sunday night. That is the type of group that we work with. And to that end, anybody else like to say anything?
Only one quick comment is those of you that need work done, and this is about all of the businesses that contribute to the auction, take a hard look at that list. Next time you need any work done, think about what they did for the community and pay it back and pay it forward to these folks that worked so hard for us.
Are you guys ready? On the count. Oh, wait a second. Don't we have to go to commercial break before we do this? No. This is truly reality. This is the best reality program on TV. Come on. Okay, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. $90,129.11. Good job, guys. What'd you think?
We will never be able to thank you enough, but we look forward to the Bob House. Thank you all very, very much. 527-0999. Molly, Let's go.